First, I'd like to apologize for the lack of videos. It's irresponsible of me, and you know that, at least it's a good showing that of error happens, but I'm just gonna get on the horse as best as I can. Could have done it yesterday, should have done it yesterday, should have done it as soon as possible, but I'm doing it now, because I'm trying to do it as soon as possible. So that's what really takes me to what I see as the thing that we're gonna be talking about, which is trying your best to grow. Now, with growth, you have to do, I feel you should always do whatever it takes, everything you can, in order to make a good decision. That means any opportunity you get, whether that be trying to just work on this assignment well, or trying to wake up in the morning better, just trying to get out of bed. When you were trying to get out of bed, wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, this is my moment. Just try to get out of bed. Then you try to go into the shower. Then you're like, I'm gonna take a cold shower. I remember when I was really just not feeling good mentally at all. I was deep in a pit of what I'd refer to as despair, or I guess depression. I say I guess, but kind of mean it. I do mean it. Where there were just I remember certain times where I would just completely turn the table, and it would be like me playing tennis, and I'm down. I'm like, dude, I feel like garbage. I'm not caught up in my homework. I've been having a terrible week, but you know what? I want to turn it around here. I want to turn it around at this tennis match. And I would do that. One time I was losing, and I was like, I'm not gonna stop trying, because I was giving up so much, and I just didn't want to stop. I just didn't want to stop trying. So at this match, I said, I'm not gonna stop trying. This is it. There's no time where I'm gonna stop trying. And guess what? Once I was able to do that, just forcing myself, pounding it in my head, just thinking I don't want to stop trying, I was able to win points. I was able to win the game and the match, and I felt incredible afterwards. It felt as if I gained something, and then afterwards I just was able to advance in the tournament and things like that, and it just felt good. And I went home, I was able to do my calculus homework, I was able to feel motivated. Next week, I completely gave up on things, started giving up more, or maybe I didn't, I don't rightly remember, but I know it was always up and down, 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 up, down, down, down. And it was just until I was just I'm not gonna stop. I'm just not gonna stop. I'm not gonna let things get me down. That doesn't mean I'm not, actually, I am gonna stop. And if I stop, that's okay. And I might take a moment to stop too. But my intention is to grow, and I'm gonna push myself to growing. That's my goal. I just want to grow. I just want to try. I want to be in the game. So that's just something I really advocate. I know some people are recovering from addiction, and my advice is don't do anything that is towards the addiction. Don't do anything for the addiction. So if you make a decision, even though okay, let's say it's cocaine, right? Smoking cocaine breaks, is going back into the addiction. But let's say you're okay, I'm gonna think about cocaine. You're going towards that direction. I'm gonna buy cocaine. You're going to that direction. I'm gonna talk about buying cocaine. That's going in that direction. Do everything you can. Let's say you're in the middle of smoking cocaine because you're just having a relapse. Stop. At any moment, stop, and your brain will thank you. Your brain will say, wow, I stopped, and thus I can stop whenever. And then I'm always gonna stop because I'm not gonna keep going. There's never a time where I'm going to be doing this bad thing. And that's including now. That's including any time. There's no time I'm going to do this bad thing. And you just stop. You do everything you can to stop. Every action, not towards evil, not towards bad. You don't want to go there. Just things towards good, which includes resting. You need your rest in order to have the energy to go towards good, but don't go towards bad. I actually like let's say for myself anxiety in public, I'll try to I'll think, why should I be afraid in this situation? I'll be like, stop. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be afraid in this to say this, and then I'll say it. And then maybe immediately afterwards I'll be like, okay, now I understand why what I said was wrong, or why it was weird to say it, maybe, or inappropriate. But at least I know I don't have that cloud of fear, and that's what I don't want anything contributing towards that cloud of fear. And then eventually I'll be able to have more control, and I'll just, anything that I feel is making me more stressed, more anxious, I'm just going to eliminate it, because that's not what I want. I want the opposite. I want not that. So just doing anything I can. Like, let's say I'm not saying do bad things, like don't light a cocaine farm on fire, or don't punch a wall just because you think, oh, I'm not anxious, but, reason, there's a sense of reason as well, but, there's also a time where you have to be like, I'm just gonna do this thing, and, just kind of like, I know it's not gonna be, unless you think it's gonna be really bad, then don't do it, obviously. There's growth, and then there's making a bad mental decision is also bad. Making bad decisions in general, just bad. So don't do that. I'm not gonna break this glass here to relieve my anxiety. Oh, I'm no longer afraid of breaking glass. Yeah, but you broke glass, and that's not a good thing to do, and now you have to pay for it, and that's your parents' money, or you have to find a way to pay for it. So that's all I want to talk about right now today. It's been a very insightful, day. I've been learning interesting things. Very thankful, and I need to learn more interesting things and just do better and learn them in more interesting ways, more fundamental ways, so I can get smarter, so I can long-term grow. I'm so sick of this short-term growth, just memorizing things about linguistics without actually having it shape my life. I don't want that. I want to be able to consciously feel that I've learned information, consciously have the information on my brain, and thus I need to find ways to do that while also balancing short-term goals. Maybe, I've been actually looking back at some material and thinking, okay, I'm just gonna, what can I take away from what I learned? And maybe remember some certain things. Maybe I can get more from what I learned than what I initially had. Maybe I can, oh wow, I didn't know that the modulation of the brain. This is one I probably actually did really keep with me in my pocket. In my brain. Certain arithmetic can just be its own module of the brain. You could think of it as actually being separate from your thoughts. And that's an interesting concept. That's something it's an interesting way to think about the brain. But what more can I take from that? How such fundamental thought, right? Thinking things as separate, thinking things as together. Where could that, in chemistry, and how do you get to that thought? How is that different from other means of thought, of thinking about it? And that's where research, that's where discovery comes in. So yes, that's what I've been trying to do. Or Greek history, I'm I could really whoa, the frieze in the Parthenon, which is a wall panel, I'm what more could I take from that? Wow, these illustrations on the walls, that's actually pretty magical, having that sort, what does it do to the building, to the interior? How does it make the people feel? Closed in because there's this panel of pictures enclosing them? That's a thought. That's something. But there's more. But why am I wanting to end the video? There's no reason. Try to make a real video for you. Try to make a real video. That's all it is for today. Thinking. Have a good night. I think it's good to end the video, actually. I need more time to think about things. Peace.